Suddenly the nights have grown darker here in the north, and there's a sense of upcoming fall in the colder evening air. After the never-setting sun and the light Nordic nights, the darkness feels strange, out of place. There's a quiet that follows the darkness. The birds sing less and less, and the night air seems to stand still. It's the middle of August already, and the end of summer feels too soon and sudden, like it could have continued for a much longer time still. I'm not ready for fall and the coldness yet. I want the light and warmth to continue, but this is the way it goes here in the north. The seasons change, and no matter how much you fight against it, summer turns to fall, and then a long winter, 9 months of darkness and coldness ahead. There's been a lot of work to do on our small wooden house this summer. Many things need fixing here, and I think I've been spending too many days on all fours. But slowly it feels this house is coming our own. At first, I felt like I was living on someone else's house, and that I'd have to ask for permission to change anything. That's the drawback of living on rental apartments for so long. This month, on the 5th of August, was my grandmother's birthday. She died last winter, just before Christmas, and if she were alive, it would be her 102nd birthday. I really miss her. We were always close and shared many secrets no one else knew. She was my best friend when I hit teenage, and even though she lived all the way up in north of Lapland, we wrote letters often and saw each other when we could. I think for many of us, having grandparents in your life can really save you. So, in remembrance of her, I wanted to make a keepsake for myself. This letter is about 70 years old and made from my grandmother's cow. I've been wanting to make a small bag for my phone and keys to carry in when I go hiking in the forest, and this feels like the perfect thing. Being in Lapland for her funeral last winter was both beautiful and really sad. That's why on her birthday I wanted to light some candles and remember her. There really are these people who seem larger than life, and in a way I still feel her here with me, giving me courage. Working on this bag with my grandmother's leather and the tools that used to belong to my father's father, I felt like making tribute to my ancestors. It felt really comforting, not to grieve for those who are gone, but to celebrate the life they lived and carry that memory in your heart. I often think of life as the seasons here in the north. We all start with spring, come into a full summer, and then near the fall and winter. I think it's beautiful to think life in an arc and accept the seasons as they turn, and they do for all of us. So now, as I'm nearing my own autumn of life, maybe that's why I ponder on these things more. I was born in September, and for me autumn is always a time of transition and change, moving another cycle of life and growing up. Hello. I just wanted to sit down with you for just a while and catch up. It feels like it's been quite a while since my last video, and so many things have happened this August. It's now the middle of August, and it feels like everything has been going fast forward, and autumn is coming, the nights are turning darker and colder, and you can feel the chill in the air in the morning. And I just feel I'm not ready for that yet. I really want summer to continue, and it feels like it went by too fast, and there were still so many things to do and to experience, and now we're here. But I guess that's the way life goes, and you can't hold on to things even if you want, and the seasons turn just as life turns, and you just have to accept it. And I hope you've had a wonderful summer, and maybe it's a bit warmer there still, and it's quite warm here still during the day, but the nights are under 10 Celsius already, and you can sense it, the upcoming winter. And as I said in the beginning of the video, it was my grandmother's birthday, early August, and she was over 100 years old when she died last winter, and for some reason I just really started to miss her around her birthday, and just miss talking to her and hearing her voice. And sometimes it's really hard to let people go, or dogs or cats or anything that's close to you. And losing my dog was maybe the hardest thing for me, and now losing my grandmother was just as hard. And you realize how fragile life is and how fleeting the time we have is. And it kind of just shook me awake that you never know when your time comes. And also, one of our family members, an elder family member, had to be taken to the hospital, and I was like, I'm not ready for this yet. And luckily it was not serious and they can operate, but still, these things, they just wake you up. It's like a slap to the face that this is the reality now, and you have to be awake now, because you never know what happens. And those people that you have in your life, to remember to appreciate them and tell them you love them and spend time with them. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. A little break. Being grateful and appreciating your life is really important, and that's maybe the lesson I got this August, really, because I think often in life it's the hard things that give you the biggest lessons, and without those we would just, how would we grow if we're not ever challenged? And this upcoming winter will be a bit different for me, because I'm starting an education in restoration, restaurointi. I'm not quite sure if restoration is the right word for it, but it means restoring old buildings and furniture and maybe even paintings. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm also kind of dreading this new episode in my life, and how am I gonna film these videos and take care of my family and have time to create and paint and go in the forest and all this. I'm kind of feeling I'm losing a lot of things, but in return you always get something. And sometimes in life there are these periods when you just have to work and suck it up and just do the work you're supposed to do, and then the calmer days will come. But I find that in these periods when you have a lot on your plate, it's really important to take the time to slow down when you can and remember to be present. And for many of us, the fall is always the busiest time, and winter, even though your body tells you that now is actually the time you need to slow down, that's when the work is most hectic. And that's something I wish we could somehow change, but that's the reality of life at this moment. And maybe someday the society will move more in tune with nature and the seasons, but now at this time it's always the fall and winter that are the hardest. But anyways, let's keep strong and striving and do our best and still take time to be with loved ones and appreciate them for being in your life. And I think that's a good recipe for a good and rewarding life. So I'm at least trying to do so, and I hope I can still see you often, but maybe not as often as I have been able to. This period of my life I was able to stay home and my husband was working a lot, but now it's my time to work also, so and build for the dreams we have for the future. And there are some exciting things to come, so I'll share them with you later when I have the chance to show you what I'm doing. But I'm wishing you a wonderful end of August, and I hope to see you soon again, and please take care. Bye bye.